Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Strategic Innovation AI Professor Series. I'm Dr. Darunee Panjarattanakorn. In this mini case study, we will explore one of the greatest innovation stories in modern business. Together, we'll discover how Netflix transformed itself from a small DVD rental company into the world's leading streaming platform and what every leader can learn from that journey. Let me begin with a simple question. Can innovation destroy your own success? Many successful organizations believe that protecting today's business is the safest strategy. However, history tells a different story. Netflix chose to challenge its own successful business model before competitors did. Instead of protecting the DVD business, Netflix reinvented itself and created the future of entertainment. This case is not only about technology, it is about leadership, strategic thinking, and the courage to innovate before change becomes unavoidable. Before Netflix changed the world, it first changed the way people rented movies. In 1997, customers could simply order DVDs online, receive them by mail, and return them after watching. It sounds ordinary today, but at that time, it was a revolutionary customer experience. Netflix wasn't selling DVDs, it was redesigning convenience. While Netflix was enjoying rapid growth, something even bigger was happening. Technology was transforming the world. Faster internet, smartphones, and digital media completely changed how people wanted to access entertainment. Customers no longer wanted to wait, they wanted everything instantly. This was the moment when Netflix faced its first major strategic challenge. At this point, Netflix faced a critical strategic decision. The company had two choices: continue protecting its profitable DVD rental business or create a completely new future. Choosing the second option was risky. It meant disrupting a business that was already successful. But Netflix understood an important principle of strategic innovation. Great organizations do not wait for change. They create it. Instead of selling physical DVDs, Netflix introduced a digital streaming platform that was faster, more convenient, and personalized for every customer. This decision transformed Netflix from a DVD company into a global entertainment leader. At that time, Netflix faced enormous uncertainty. Their biggest competitor, Blockbuster, dominated the market with thousands of stores and a highly profitable business. From a traditional business perspective, staying with DVDs seemed like the safest decision. However, Netflix saw something others did not. They believed that the future belonged to digital entertainment. So instead of protecting today's success, they invested in streaming technology, original content, and new capabilities. It was a bold decision with no guarantee of success, but strategic leaders understand one important truth: the greatest risk is often not taking a risk at all. Netflix's success was not the result of a single innovation. It was the result of a complete organizational transformation. First, the company moved its technology to a scalable cloud infrastructure. Second, it made entertainment available anytime, anywhere, on any device. Third, Netflix used data to understand customer behavior and improve every decision. Fourth, it invested heavily in original content that competitors could not easily copy. Finally, Netflix expanded globally, bringing its streaming service to millions of people around the world. Together, these five strategic actions transformed Netflix from a DVD rental company into one of the world's leading streaming platforms. At first glance, Netflix appears to be a technology company. but its real competitive advantage comes from its innovation strategy. Everything begins with one clear goal: to delight members every single day. Every strategic decision supports that goal. Netflix places customers at the center of every decision. It uses data to understand viewer behavior and personalize experiences. It continuously experiments, learns, and improves faster than competitors. It invests in high quality original content that creates long term value. Finally, it builds a global digital platform that can scale across countries and cultures. These five pillars work together as one integrated strategy. Strategy is not about choosing only one direction. It is about building the right capabilities that allow an organization to succeed for years to come. So, what can we learn from Netflix? The answer is much bigger than streaming. Netflix teaches us five important lessons for every leader. First, great leaders see the future before everyone else. They recognize trends early and prepare before change becomes unavoidable. Second, they make bold decisions. Waiting for perfect certainty often means missing the opportunity. Third, innovation is never a one-time event. Successful organizations keep learning, experimenting, and improving. Fourth, leaders invest in people, talent, and great ideas. Technology alone never creates innovation. People do. Finally, think beyond your local market. Build solutions that can create value on a global scale. These lessons apply not only to Netflix, but to every organization facing rapid change. The future belongs to leaders who have the courage to adapt, innovate, and lead with vision. Now it is your turn. Learning from a successful company is valuable, but real learning happens only when we apply those lessons to our own organization. Start by reflecting. Ask yourself, what changes are happening in your industry? What opportunities or threats do you see? And are you truly preparing for the future? Next, evaluate your current strategy. Which bold decision could create the greatest impact? Is your organization holding on to the past or preparing for what comes next? Finally, take action. Choose just one lesson from today's case. Apply it to a real challenge in your workplace. Remember, transformation does not begin with a huge project. It begins with one small decision taken today. Learning gives us knowledge, but action creates transformation. So your next move starts now. Before we finish today's mini case, I'd like to leave you with one final thought. Netflix did not become a global leader by following the market. It became a leader by creating the future. Every organization faces moments when change feels uncomfortable. In those moments, we always have a choice. We can protect the past or we can build the future. That is why I encourage you to remember three simple ideas. Be bold. Have the courage to make difficult decisions. Stay curious. Keep learning, questioning, and exploring new possibilities. Create impact. Focus on creating value for your people, your organization, and society, because the future does not belong to the biggest organization. It belongs to those who are willing to transform. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in our next AI Professor mini case study. Until then, keep learning, keep innovating, and keep leading with purpose. See you next time.